All right, welcome back. We've heard how important it is for us to set goals with our children and the family as a whole, but it's not always easy. Moms, what do you think, setting the goals with the kids? And we know you sit down on the floor with them and it's sticking.
It's hard.
But for the rest of us, I know I have all these great ideas, but I don't know that I really accomplish them.
You know, you have great goals for the whole year. I honestly feel like my goal is getting home, going to the gym if I have the energy, and getting dinner on the table and getting to bed at a normal hour. I have a really hard time expanding past that. I have a really hard time considering, you know, what next, think ahead to the next week. Even like, I hate to say it in such simple terms, but day to day.
Yeah, I ended up when making dinner and doing homework and doing projects, you know, you sometimes think, oh, I'm gonna try to figure out what I'm gonna cook next week, make it healthy and all that. I've just opened the freezer. What Stouffer's do you want?
Right.
That's it. That's all I have time for.
Yeah, I've heard about crazy ladies that make menus, and I hate to offend anyone.
Menus for dinner?
They make like menus for the whole week, so they go shopping for only those items, and I guess it's cost saving, but I could never.
My problem is,
No.
speaking of time and goal setting, dinner it would be nice to set a goal for that, because you know it's easy to do the chicken nuggets, the macaroni and cheese,
peanut butter and jelly,
stuff you know
the
they're
bagel
gonna
bite.
eat. Who wants to struggle to get them to eat? My little one is so picky. It's awful.
The thing. Yeah. And then you get home from school or whatever practice, then it's like bath, homework, dinner.
Yes.
So.
Right.
Yeah.
No,
we do sit down for dinner.
That's great.
At a table, all of you?
At a table, all of us. And when my daughter went away to school, we got the computer and we'd put it at the table, and she'd do it from school.
She's trying with you.
Yes,
that's adorable. That's a great idea.
She's Skype because we used to watch game shows together when we have dinner, and we all compete and we all
that's nice family time.
So
that is nice family
that
time.
is the only it's set in stone. We have to do that.
So that's got to be one of your favorite times of the day then. It's when you connect with everyone.
Yeah. I think it is probably my favorite time of the day when I can, find out what everyone's done and, and when my daughter was going away to college, I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna miss, but now we Skype with her and she's there.
Do you Skype every night with her for dinner? Or most nights?
Most nights.
Yeah.
Most nights.
That's nice. I know we do this thing that friends had given us the suggestion of doing, and we've really stuck with it, is we do highs and lows with the kids. And that's one of the most consistent things that we do at dinner time. Okay. What was your high, what was your low? And we'll start and we'll go, around the table. And they'll give us, sometimes we get off track and we're like, okay, let's get back on, But it gives the kids a chance to think about their day and to express themselves, and then we'll talk about those ups and downs.
And to know what everyone is up to as well.
So you get dinner on the table like all the time, and
I try, and with my crazy schedule, I have to eat earlier than most people, and my husband doesn't always come home on time, so I'm fairly consistent myself sitting down with my girls. So at least they have mom, and we three girls are together. And sometimes he'll call, and we'll put him on speaker, and we'll say grace together, or we'll do highs and lows with him, and we try to include him that way. I mean, I'm not saying it's ideal, but it's just hard, especially with the crazy hours.
I just feel like the 2-year-old, I'm sure you can relate, won't sit still. The 4-year-old is good, but the 2-year-old.
No, my 6-year-old still sometimes won't sit still.
Really?
Yeah, it's hard.
It's interesting because my husband used to take him to school, and he used to, at a certain point on the way to school, used to say to them, remember to ask questions at school, because it's better to be a fool for a minute than something for the rest of your life.
Right.
And even to this day, my daughter who's 20 will sometimes say, oh, remember, better to be a fool for a minute than. So, I think that really stays with them, and those are, they're somewhat goals.
You know a funny one that my daughter's learned. She learned in preschool. It's you get what you get and you don't get upset. Yes, I love it. I love it too. We started using it all the time in my house, and now she says it to her little sisters, so she takes it to her. Well, I've had to control it because she'll take a toy, and little Maya will start to cry, and she's like, you get what you get and you don't get upset. We're like, no.
But it's great because kids are so into fairness, right?
Yeah.
It's not fair. It's like life isn't fair.
It's mine.
But do you really want to tell them life isn't fair?
Right.
It's like getting
into. Sometimes it isn't fair.
But
there may not be a Prince Charming
because it's not fair.
Right. Yeah. And the Prince Charming, the whole Disney thing.
Right. No, that is fantasy.
Well, Barney is banned in my house.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I
love you.
No, I can't.
That's why Barney is banned in my house.
How can you ban Barney?
My oldest was addicted to Barney. It actually gave me some time to get stuff done. I would put on Barney for half an hour.
We could do that with Dora in my house.
Absolutely.
We do with Dora.
Yeah, she's 13.
At least
she
she
doesn't
got
watch
some
cool.
cool
Yeah,
No, she doesn't, does she?
But we still remember the songs.
Yes. Oh, definitely.
So she's more Hannah Montana.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And then she moved into Hannah. It was funny when my littlest one started preschool and she was about 3 years old. I said to the teacher, "I'm apologizing already because we have totally skipped Barney and moved into Hannah Montana." She's like, "Don't worry, I have 4 kids." Like the more children you have, that younger one grows up so fast.
Yeah.
Yes, I see.
What do you do?
Oh, definitely. I never let my daughter watch MTV. My son's been watching
MTV
it.
is very adult right now as well.
Yeah,
I feel
There's
like
no value to it.
no.
I love watching MTV, but I'm not going to
Not
watch
the kids.
I'm watching it.
Yeah.
All right, we could go on and on, but don't forget the conversation is nonstop on Twitter and Facebook. Our Twitter handle is @Miami Nonstop, or search for us on Facebook, Miami Nonstop. Ask us a question, anything, fire back a response, or tell us why you should be a special guest on our panel. So thanks for being with us today.